Are you wondering what all these new Costco rules and restrictions are during the COVID-19 pandemic? Well, starting May 4th, Costco has released a new set of rules for shopping at their warehouse. And in this video, I'm going to go through all those new rules and what it's like shopping at Costco right now during this pandemic. I'm Mandy Sommers, and click the subscribe button or hit the bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, if you are a Costco lover like I am, I do so much shopping at Costco. Be sure to check out a few of my other Costco videos that you can find right up here in the cards. Let's jump right in to the content. So I got an email from Costco a couple days ago saying that they were changing up some of their rules. And so I thought it would be helpful to go through some of those rules and regulation and talk about what it's like to shop at Costco right now. So let's head on over to Costco.com and we can go through all the rules and regulation. Now, up until this point, Costco has had some random rules that are changing and kind of ever emerging as the pandemic progresses. One has been that when you get to Costco, only one person can go in per card. And a couple weeks ago, while I was there, I felt really bad for some of these young moms who maybe had a baby with them or a young child, and Costco wouldn't let them in. Now they've eased up and said that each member with a card can bring in up to 2 people. So starting on May 4th, they've actually changed things to where we're going to go back to normal business hours for most Costco's in the United States. So these updates have to do with helping to keep their employees and their members safe. And the first one is that they are continuing the only 2 people can enter the warehouse with each membership. And there are a few exceptions that you can see there on the screen. And they're also going back to normal, regular business hours for their Costco locations and their gas stations, except for a few key areas. Now, they have been opening up their warehouses early so that people who are in the higher age bracket who might be a little more susceptible to getting COVID-19 can go in and shop in a safer, less crowded environment. And so they're going to continue those hours for select warehouses to be open for between the hours of 9 and 10 a.m. in the morning, Monday through Friday, for members ages 60 and older or people who have disabilities. So you have to be able to meet this criteria in order to get in at those earlier hours, but the food court will remain closed during these hours. There are a few exceptions in Los Angeles and Massachusetts and Tennessee and Oregon and New York. Now, they are continuing to allow priority access for healthcare workers and first responders. And this is just a temporary thing through the pandemic that they are giving them access so that they have priority to come to the front of the line and so they can enter the warehouse, get out, and get back to their jobs. This next one is a big change for everyone. Up until this point, about 2 weeks ago, I started noticing that all of the Costco employees were wearing face masks, whereas before it was just kind of a preference. Well, now they're requiring that all employees and members and their guests must wear face coverings that cover their mouth and their nose at all times while at Costco. This does not apply to children who are under the age of 2 or people who maybe you have a medical condition and you can't wear a mask. But this should not be a substitute for social distancing. Now, I did say I would talk about what it's like shopping in Costco right now. And the last time I was in there, actually the last few times, I've noticed that over the loudspeaker, they have about every 2 or 3 minutes, it's almost like you're at Disneyland, that says something like, be sure to follow the CDC guidelines and maintain a 6-foot social distancing during your shopping experience. And that just plays over and over and over again. And so I'm sure that that will continue. Costco has said that they are limiting a certain number of products that some people can get, like for instance, toilet paper, baby wipes, There's a few essentials that you can, when you go in, you can only get one of those specific items because they've got limited supply of them. They're also saying that unless prohibited by local mandates, Costco is allowing members to use their own reusable shopping bags as long as they pack the bags themselves. I don't know if Costco's ever allowed us to pack our carts ourselves, but they are saying that we can do that now. And they are not accepting returns for specific items. These items are toilet paper, bottled water, sanitizing wipes, paper towels, rice, and disinfectant spray. So let's just see. There's a limited menu at the Costco food courts. And of course, they're asking us to social distance at all times while we're in the store. So those are the new guidelines that are in effect on May 4th. So now I just wanted to share with you a little about what it's like shopping in Costco right now. It's actually really kind of eerie and weird because as you walk in, at least for me, Costco has always been a very energetic, loud experience. People are taking samples and talking to one another. There's lots of people all over. I live by one of the most busy Costco's in the world. And so when you go in there, it's just like this constant flow of people. And what I've noticed is now with our masks on and with all the signs up that say, you know, be sure that you're staying 6 feet apart, social distancing, the loudspeaker going, it's actually really quiet in Costco. It's almost like this silent Costco experience where people aren't really talking much because when you can only take 2 people in on a membership, you don't have as many people there having conversations, and a lot of times people are shopping alone. I've noticed people are not coming back to Costco with, you know, their whole family or even their partner. They're only coming for themselves, for their family, and it's not necessarily like this family experience like it used to be. It's actually really eerie walking through like the freezer section or just the canned goods section and it being so quiet. It's really weird. On top of that, they have put these clear plexiglass guards up next to in front of all the cash registers to protect their people, their workers. They've also put them up as you walk out. Instead of handing them the receipt, now you just you show it through plexiglass and somebody's kind of sitting in this booth-like experience. They also have a lot of arrows that direct traffic, like in and out of the dairy section. When you go back to get toilet paper and water, there's arrows that are along the line so that you follow the flow. Probably because they're not wanting a lot of, these are heavy traffic areas, people crossing. So it's like you get in the pattern and you use that pattern. The food court, I know I've said this in a previous video, but they have eliminated all seating areas. They've gotten rid of all of it and they've filled it in with like cars or appliances so that there's no place to like kind of stand around and like mingle. And so when you order your food, you get it and you take it out. Let's see what else. Oh, another thing that they've done is they've added these strips that are yellow and black 6 feet apart. So when you're standing in line, you come up and they direct you to a specific line to go to. You come up to that line on the ground and you wait there, and there's one 6 feet behind you that the next person waits so that carts aren't close. Another thing that they've done is they're really encouraging you to leave as much stuff as you can in your cart, and they just scan it that way so that there's not a lot of like sharing germs of putting things up on the conveyor belt and taking them off. They also have somebody out in by the carts who is always spraying the carts down, and they've done a really good job of keeping it clean. You know, I've noticed as I've been in there that they almost every time I've been there, they have the floor cleaner going, which, you know, I don't remember that going very often, but now I feel like it's going all the time. They have spread out all of their racks and their areas like where they display things. Now instead of the books being by the clothes, they've kind of moved those over by the electronics. And I feel like the fruit section, they've really expanded out. And I wasn't sure if that's because they weren't getting enough food in to fill the slots, or if that's just because they were trying to spread things out. Same thing in the cold vegetable fruit room, freezer room or fridge room. It used to be that all the boxes were like right up next to each other, and now like there's spaces in between each box a little bit. So I feel like they're just spreading things out and really encouraging us to keep a distance from one another. I appreciate the hard work that they're doing and all these employees, because I've been able to continue to shop. Like, it would totally be lame if we had to shut down something like that. And I doubt they ever would do that, but it's been really helpful just knowing that they are doing all they can to create a healthy, safe environment for all involved. Now, my only tip that I have, I actually feel like Costco is one of the safest places to shop right now, because, you know, they have everything on pallets. There's not a lot of people like stocking shelves. It just comes in, they put the pallet down, they unshrink wrap it, and there it is. And so I feel like it's a pretty safe place to shop, as opposed to like Walmart, where everybody is shelving everything. And so you're sharing more germs that way. And so I really appreciate being able to have something like that. And the one thing is, when you go into the freezer section and you actually have to open the doors, I do recommend, if you're worried about those germs, either bringing gloves or bringing wipes that you carry with you, so that when you open the door, you're not necessarily having to touch that, because those doors get opened and shut all day long. But that's it. Those are kind of my tips, and that's what I've observed at Costco. I go to Costco at least once a week. I've been doing all of the shopping for my family, my sister's family, who's a family of 6. She's got twins, my mom and dad, and my other sister. And so when I go to Costco, we're spending thousands of dollars. In fact, maybe I will take you along next time. It's quite the production. I've got two big orange carts that we're pulling along, and then I fill up my van, and then I take them all around and deliver them, so that those families who are a little more susceptible don't have to go out into the world. So anyways, those are the guidelines. Let me know what shopping is like at your Costco, because each Costco is a little different. I would love to hear from each one of you. What's your experience been? Do you feel safe going to Costco? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Check out some of our other Costco videos that we have. I'll put them in the links here or in the description below. And have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye.